Are we live? Go on. Tell me we're live. Yes, so Global Game Jam, Serbian edition. Now, Serbia has a problem. Serbia is a place where someone like Trump won 13 years ago. If you don't know why that's bad, that's fine. You'll learn one day. But that's why we have like a lot of protests, massive protests going on, and the alternative team for this global game jam hosted in Serbia, which is Corruption Kills. I don't feel that team a lot. Like, I prefer to chill in game jams, but still I will incorporate it somehow. The main team is the Bubble. Yeah, Bubble is much more fun than Corruption Kills. And this is the prototype I'm playing around with so far. I'll just double click it. No graphics yet. Damn it, wrecked right away. But it'll be something like this. A lot of things will be tweaked and changed by the time I'm done. Yeah, you definitely will not be able to go below the bubble to jump. These will be bubbles when I add actual graphics, by the way. But yeah. I think when you go below the bubble, it'll be like the bubble will take you in, and you'll be able to, for a short while, move inside a bubble. Maybe until it reaches the top of the screen. Oh, also I should take, yeah. Also there is going to be a liquid, a water at the bottom of the screen that you can't touch. I mean, I think that's what I'll do. And this gas is bubbling up in that water, but if you touch the water, it's done. Also, the water level will be rising, signifying that you're drowning in corruption. I don't know, or something like that. We'll see. Also, I'm very tempted to stay with monochromatic graphics, like just black and white, like just, simplify it. We'll see. We'll see. And I'm tempted to prototype the art direction right away. But no, first let's resolve some technical issues first. Open C# project. Ha. This is such a hack to multiply the force by 0.8. But we're working on it, yeah. So basically on only two things, only two mono behaviors exist so far, player and bubble. Bubbles. And I'm kind of hand adding the bubbles to the scene right now, but they should be randomly spawned. I think I don't want to have levels built by hand, even though that might be just a thing. But yeah, also I think some bubbles are going to have letters inside them, and when you pop it, you get that letter. Maybe you need to build the corruption kills or something. I don't know. You get to the letters to build the corruption kills sentence. Maybe that's something I'll add maybe tonight or. So what does I want to do? Let's first see where the constraints of the okay, pause. So what's the y here? 6. Just checking at which point I want these balloons to pop. I mean to kill, to die. 5.5 is a good number. Alright. If transform position y is greater or equal than 5.5, destroy game object and return. We don't want to do anything else. Okay. But also want to know at which point is balloon below the screen and can't be counted on to bounce up on. But there are some issues with the screen sizes, so I can't be so sure about this nor this number, and I will have to research that later. You know, with the different screen proportions, it could end up differently. But for now, let's keep it like this. No. Transform position y. Sorry, equals to minus 5f. I was asking my dog not to bark. I was asking him nicely. So we'll see how that works. Yeah. I don't think we'll do anything else here but return. Return. So we don't want to bounce off the bubble that's below this. But I really will have to research on different screen proportions later. Let's compile that. Now I also want to know what's the height of the player. I mean, the collider 0.1. No, it's 0.2. Okay, so I don't want player to bounce off a bubble if it's not actually above it, but it's coming up from below or side, you know. There's gonna be some margin, but on this side, let's think of how to do this. Let's put it in a variable. Y_diff is okay. So this transform. Will it be any more accurate if I use rigid body transform? Why is it not? Oh yeah, this doesn't have a rigid body. Y minus, I mean, but collision is gonna have Rigid body. Right. Might have an issue in that. I'll just check it out. I'm not sure if... I mean, it's a zero-centered stage. So let's just start by logging this. And we won't be maximizing it. Shit. What was it try? I have to sneak up from below a bubble. But I don't have a perfect setting for that. That'll happen. Yo. I do have to do a lot of tweaking of controls. I'll get to that eventually. Alright, anyway, this is stupid. All we need to do is check if player is less than player Y is less than transform position Y. And also there's gonna be a margin. You know, plus 1.0 f. I might set it to 1.8 because we want to account for player height as well. The height is no 1.0 because the height is 2.0, but the player's pivot is at the center, so it's half of that compared to the Oh no, there's also the Actually, it's fine. It's fine. Considering this edge will only happen at the side of the bubble, I don't really need to worry about the radius of the bubble, like, at all. So here we have not JavaScript, ruin me. Inside, because at this point you'll go into the balloon. I mean, bubble, not balloon. Sorry, I was working on a balloon game before this. That was for... That wasn't it? No, it didn't trigger. That was stupid. I think. Just no. No. No, player is definitely gonna be of less height than... But why didn't it trigger? It's my margin is... I think... Yeah. Yeah, it should be like something. Come on, get inside. No, that should have been inside. What's going on? It's too early in the morning to do this stuff, but... I'ma make it. Alright, there we go, inside. So the issue is with margin. I need to make it smaller. Also, I do need to tweak controls. I need to tweak controls a lot. Wait, what was... Clear. Clear. Thank you. Wait. Actually, it'll be simpler if I return at this point. So, you know, we know I didn't bounce if I don't bounce. Logical. You know, something didn't happen if it didn't happen. And I need no log messages. So that's a bounce, that's a bounce. No, reset. Reset. Okay, that wasn't a bounce. That's good. That is accurate. But yeah, this bubble spawning is not really set up well enough to test this beautifully. Yeah, okay, so that works. We'll see what margin is good later. So something else will happen when we're going from below or from side. The player will become captured by the balloon. Bubble! Sorry, not a balloon. Capture. Bubble. Bubble. Switching from a balloon game to a bubble game is a... well, not really a nightmare, but word nightmare. Let's also have a... not balloon, bubble. Capturer. I mean, it's not really a capture because this happening helps you. You get a little bit more control, you get to float around until the top of the screen. But you have to name things somehow. And I can't think on a ferritin better than this. So now we're not gonna use move by default. Instead, we only want this to happen if capture is null. Else we're gonna have a different... I mean, it's such a horrible name, but... moving bubble. But it's better to name accurately than fancy, you know. I'm pretending I'll be pretending I know what clean code is. So, what will happen once we get captured? Capturer will become the bubble, and we're going to hide let's have a game object graphics that so we can switch it easily later, you know, when I replace it with actual sprite, because right now it's a capsule, you know. Oh wait, it has a sprite renderer. Oh well, then I don't have to worry about a thing. Sprite renderer. Yeah. Maybe I should just call it sprite. Huh? How about that? Get component in children. What? Okay. Sprite. No, renderer. Renderer. And so when we get captured by capturer, we'll also start rendering sprite, because we'll switch to a different... The bubble is gonna switch to a different graphics, while it shows like a fisheye deformed captured player. Is that even a fisheye? I don't know. Bubble eye. Spherized representation of a player. Something like Bubble if you ever played it. If you didn't, your childhood was sad. So sprite enabled is false. Okay. We're gonna have uncapture. So let's do it now. Capture is gonna be null. And sprite.enabled. Oh, yeah. So with the moving bubble, there is one thing we have to do. I don't know if we have to do this. For the sake of accuracy, alright, let's keep the player following. Transform. I mean, I could just spawn player here when the bubble pops, but then where is the player until then? It's bouncing around. It's falling through the center of the earth. I don't like those unchecked objects doing whatever they want. Also, which is a good reminder to also, when we get captured, we also need to disable physics. Physics. We can do that by making rigid body cinematic. Does that even exist with rigid body 2D? This is, by the way, first time I'm using 2D physics in Unity and all that. And I see it does not have cinematic property, but it does have simulated. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of things that you have in usual rigid body, I think. There is no like disable gravity. Instead, you can set it to 0. Okay, let's see what checking simulated off does. Will it disable gravity, or it's just for joints and colliders? Okay, good. What happens when we collide? Nothing. Very good. So what we want to do when we get captured by the bubble is set the simulated to false. Yay, that was easy. And then when we uncapture, RB.simulated is true. And also velocity 0, which I learned the hard way to also do that before doing the bounce, because without setting velocity to 0, the bounce was uneven, but I wanted to be even, because it depended on what was going on before bounce was triggered. Okay, we have capture and uncapture. pretty good so far. Oh yeah, let's test the being captured thing. Oh no. No. I'm so bad at testing things. Go on, capture me. Oh, for fuck's sake. I should really add more bubbles. Ah! Fucking hell. It was so much easier before. Oh wait, it's not happening because I'm not... Forgot to call it. I forgot to call it. Collision, get component player, capture... No, what's it called? Oh, I didn't make it public. Public. Oh no. Also... Here. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. Capture. By me. By these. You get captured by these. And I'm so confident that it'll work, that I'll just... I'll just commit the changes right away. Bubble capture. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why do I do this to myself? I just need to... Oh, there you go. Captured by the bubble. Now we need a different movement. Move in bubble means we move the bubble if there is not equal 0.00. I'm gonna put that in bubble. No. Yay. And the move will, do basically something like this. We'll see. I want to make bubble movement a bit more complicated. I'll polish that later. I want it to be a little bouncy, like a bubble going unevenly, we'll see. But for now, transform, position, Oh, because rigid body was vector 2, but this is transform. I think it should be a slower movement, but we're yet to figure out how slow exactly. I'm so bad at testing. I should have set up a better situation by now so I can... Oh, there we go. Alright, another thing. What's like near the screen edge? What height should the bubble pop at? 4 point... Let's say 4.5 for now. I think I'll get rid of moving bubble. No, actually, I'll do this. It should be equal, not equal. So what we want to do here is check what did we say? 6.5. If we're gonna, yeah. Now we're gonna have a function for pop. Alright. Instead of just getting destroyed. Because we want to have a little animation as well. So yeah, instead of destroy, we'll have pop. It's gonna take time, so we're gonna have is popping. You know. And if it is popping, we're not gonna care about any of this subdate stuff. Yeah, here as well. It's popping, it's true. So that's gonna be an async thing, but so far let's do immediate destroy. Because it's just cosmetic thing. I don't think this should affect gameplay in any way. It'll just play animation and hold still, not keep going up. So if we are above pop, How do we tell the player that he's free now? Because he doesn't know. Should I really tell both the balloon and the player that they're captured? That's kind of bad code in practice. No, why not? Why not? Because, yeah, we're calling it all from here. Right. So we're gonna destroy a game object and we're gonna tell the captured player to be free. So let's see if it all works. Or did I forget something? Damn. No, what the hell was that? Oh. Telling me like the most basic thing to check before causing an null reference exception. Come on now. Wanna see this shit work? Alright, we're in a bubble. This is gonna pop. This is gonna pop. It should have popped. Should have popped. We were. Did I forget to do that code? If transform position y greater or equal than 6.5f, pop. Pop. And it didn't pop. Maybe I got the number wrong. It's not impossible. Oh yeah. It's like 4.5, not 6.5. Duh. I should have known by this. Oh, here we're not using pop, we're using destroy, but it's because it's outside of the screen, and I don't think... But maybe in the future I'll be doing something important in the pop, so I'll do pop now. Yeah, who knows? I don't wanna forget about this and then debug some shit. I need to refresh my throat. Nothing beats water. Alright. And then nothing happened. Uncapture. Capturer is null. Sprite enabled is true. We get back to being simulated. Velocity is 0. But instead happens what? Oh, did I? I didn't. I did not. I did not capture Blair. Right, let's see what's going on. Oop, oh, and it went back to being over there. Does enabling simulated does some compensation? Is that what's going on? Huh? Or do I just set RB position to capture? Because, I mean, I thought I'm updating the rigid body's position, you know. Well, I mean, one of the issues... No, it isn't fixed update, so I don't know what the hell is going on. But whatever, you know. No, it goes back to where it was. Why? 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 Okay, what if we enable simulated first and then set the position? Because it might be that this is an affector, as we call it. Bang. And it sounds... Alright, that was bad. Okay. So I nailed it. We need to enable simulated and then mess around with these values. Which is to say, this has no purpose. We're not gonna keep updating position because it doesn't work. Number one. Number two, the simulation is disabled, so it's not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna do wild things. Oh no. Yeah, I think I can commit this. Bubble capture on release, but version 1. Right. Let's build it to get some feel. What I want to do next is make bubble up movement more volatile, like make it go in steps, like you'll see. You'll see. Alright, bubble. Okay, this is, I mean, the feel is awful because the movement is too linear. The bubble movement when you enter is too linear. I think I wanna set it. Though on the other hand, when you add graphics, who knows, it might be good. I still need to implement layers. A lot of those feel things are gonna make more sense when I do the graphics, because it's all connected to what you see with how you feel things. But still, I want to do this now. So, get currenting. We're gonna use our old friend, Matt. Sign. Oh, whatever, let's use this. Now, this is gonna look like crap. But what I really wanted... First of all, the factor of this should be much less. Maybe something like 0.f. But then... this is not what I want, but I'll just want to visually see what's going on. But I know what I want to do, but... I mean, you can see this is too... slow. Let's not use global time, so it should... we don't want to see synchronized swimming here. No, we don't want to see synchronized swimming. So we're gonna use time alive to begin with, and then let's multiply by 16, make it faster. Want it to be kind of nudging up in steps, if you know what I mean. And it looks awful because... I mean, it's still synchronized swimming because they all spawned at the same time, while in the finished game... What should happen if I'm in a bubble and then I hit another bubble? A lot of things could happen, a lot of different things. And it's now a game design question. You know, to simulate this... to simulate... them spawning a different time... Ranch. To do... remove... because... I mean, I don't have to remove it, but... I also do want time alive to be accurate. So yeah, I do actually have to remove it. So now they're moving at different rates. That's good. That's great. That's great. I might actually add a modifier. Okay, I do like them wiggling like this. They do look more like not bubbles, but cartoon bubbles. You know. And I don't know if I want, when I get into the bubble, I don't know if I want to have smooth motion, which has its advantages, or make that nudgy as well. It's kind of hard to say until let's do graphics a little bit. Just the bubble graphics. Just that. So we said I said monochromatic. Let me show you what I mean by that. GIMP. GIMP. Or is GIMP? No one will ever know. That is unknowable. Now, what's a good size? The thing is, I don't know. I don't know how to do pixel perfect graphics in Unity. And I will learn. But that's not now. So let's call this a prototype. 0, 0. Is the first pixel 0? Yes. 512. So if I set it to I don't want it to go from the edge to the edge. I want some margin. So 9, which is basically 10, because this is 0 based. Then 512 minus 10 is 502 minus 1, 501. There must be an easier way to do this, but I don't know it. Oh, there is a size property. Now let's do the harder way. Okay. Okay, we have this selector. Let's do white color first. I might change these layers so they're not, strictly speaking, my biggest issue is I have no idea how pixel perfect this will be. I mean, the answer is probably not at all. Oh my god. Okay, let's double this. and then only do the center. This is the horrible way to do this. But we shouldn't be quick to judge. Maybe it looks good in the final game. I mean, in the game engine, you never know. It still is a shit way to do this. Nope. I mean, the fact that the inner edge is uneven, we can call that style. We can say this is stylized line. We can pretend. Because no one is watching. I say, I really do wonder what's this gonna look in the game, because it's gonna be zoomed out. Quite zoomed out. Jams. GDKO is still in round 1. We'll see how that goes. The results are 31st. No, well, I did it by the end of the month. Graphics. I think I'll do various graphics on this canvas, so let's call it 512. If we zoom it out, is it bad? Who knows? Now let's duplicate layer. And add black. I might change the palette to something else, but we'll see. And now add a little bit of that artistic touch. That's awful. I think this is how you draw a bubble. Shit, this shit. Let's start over. Okay, let's. It's not even awful. But when it's zoomed out, it's gonna look like crap. But still, let's see before we judge, eh? Let's see with our own eyes. Oh, shit. Textures. Textures. Very gimp. I think the in-game bubble is too small for this level of detail, but let's see. Let's keep 512 in it. Who knows, maybe. I don't want any compression. Screw compression. Okay. Now, bubble's gonna be... Oh, it's automatically a sprite this time. Huh. Pixels per unit, I feel that's important. I mean, I don't have to feel it, it says so. How many pixels in the sprite correspond to 1 unit in the world? But let's do a rafting for now and just replace. Also, filter mode point. Let's try with no filter for now. Just retro graphic sharp. I don't want any colors between white and black, right? I don't want to see any gray. I want perfect control over the palette. So, Bubble, where's your sprite? Now we gotta get correctly the... Of course, it's oversized. Did I got it right? What's the collider? No, looks correct. It's not bad. The line around is too thin, so you can see it's getting deformed. Which I might lie and said that's my artistic intention. Which is not. It would be a lie, as I have already said. But there are edge cases when I get into balloon because I'm like at the side of it, but I'm not happy with that. Oh, I could also see the little guy at the... There's a issue where in one frame I could see the little guy like where he was. So I should not enable render too soon. Only after... I mean, does that even matter in Unity Engine? Yeah, I know. I think it has to be done either next frame, or maybe I need to move transform position and not rigid body position. Or maybe that will cause major issues, I don't know. First of all, this will not solve it. Let's just verify that. And then the actual solution is to bring back that line I had before, which kept updating the position. Well, no. Okay, I didn't see it this time, but it could have been a coincidence. Frame rate coincidence. Maybe I solved it just by moving that line. I also wish to show you my second intention when it comes to art direction. Remember I said there's gonna be liquid that the thing is coming out of. Well, now let's keep quiet, square, whatever. Well, that liquid is gonna be white, so the sprites will, you know. Now, is it going over? The sprite should be going over it. This sprite should be going over it. What the issue is, why it doesn't? Why? What's going on? The whole idea was, I mean, it wasn't this. I wanted the black of the bubble to go. How do I do that? And there's a sorting layer, an ordering layer. So all this have sorting layer, default ordering layer 0. Let's, it's 1, or it's -1, yeah. Alright, now you can see what the plan was. Right. Also, I think bubbles should have a different movement in the water and when they are out of the water. In the water, it should be linear. Out of the water, it should wobble as it does. Yeah, wobble, that's the word. Or is it wibble? I don't know. No one knows. No one knows English. It's a forgotten language. Let's go. Huh. You know what? Can I just duplicate all this? Just while I'm prototyping. Yeah. And then just kind of, you know, like just move it over there. Like this. Like this. Just prototyping, bro. Oh wait, I duplicated the player as well, didn't I? Didn't I? Did I? Hello, player, where are you? Alright, let's delete this one. Did I duplicate anything else? I don't think so. Let's check it. I mean, on a bigger screen, this will look better. So I must not touch the liquid, and the liquid level will be going up. Here is what I'm gonna do. Check it out. We're not gonna do random on time alive, even as a test. We're gonna do time emerged. Yeah. Time emerged. We're gonna have two states. Now for that we need to know what the height of the water is, what the water level is. Which, I mean, it's gonna be decided by the game engine, like it's not gonna be me putting stuff here manually. Oh god. But for now, let's call this liquid sprite. Oh yeah, also yeah, okay. Liquid sprite. Water level. We'll refactor this later. For now, let's just have a, get water level here in the bubble. This is a horrible way to query for the object for every bubble, every frame. I don't care. We'll refactor it later. Dot transform. Minus 0.5 because its height of this object is 1, right? Okay. And the water level will probably be just a float set programmatically. It won't have anything to do with any game object, but this is just a temporary shit going on. Get water level. So transform position y greater or equal get water level this, otherwise just speed. Okay, so it will be linear under the water and it will start wobbling when above. Oh, also this shouldn't be time alive, but time emerged. Also in update basically we're not gonna do what I just did. And this could have been a state machine, but not worth the bother. Really not worth the bother. So, if not emerged, and we're at the correct height, emerged is true. Ta-da! That's it. And then okay. And then if emerged, time emerged plus equals time to delta time. Time to delta time. And then get current speed is it will check for emerged. And then we're not gonna use, yeah, we're gonna use time emerged. Otherwise, it's gonna be speed. Yada yada yada. Does it work? I don't know. I think I've noticed a problem where the water level height is not accurate. Let's check it. Yeah, it's not. No, or is it? No, I think it's okay. It's such a minor detail, no one will notice. I can barely notice right now. Oh, I think it actually is wobbling under the water. That shouldn't be happening. Let's do something to make it scale. Times equal to just blow it up. Okay. Clearly the water level is not. Yeah. So I'm setting it wrong. Liquid sprite. I mean, its height is 1. They do look pretty when they're large, though. I want to see that again. I should have also on occasion a large bubble. Which maybe gives you a bigger jump boost or whatever. So what's the issue here? Liquid sprite, position Y, it's here. Minus 0.5 should be, so it should be minus 4.45. This bubble here is almost there. Wait, again. Yeah, it should be minus 3.9 actually. And that's accurate, so why it isn't? Why is it not? Get water level. What? It should be accurate. Maybe I need a break. Maybe I need a break. Um. Oh, I'm probably just doing something. No. No, what's the issue? Minus 4.9. Minus 4.9 is too low. Why? We can see in the bottom left. It should not be that. So that's the issue. For some reason. So what is the water level then? Probably something very stupid on my part. Let's see. How can it be minus 4.9? If minus 4.9. Oh, mine. Oh, God. Why am I so stupid? Stupid. Basic. Massive failure unlocked. Alright, now watch them be linear underwater. Good. Very good. Also, I'm not going to do the scaling. Where is that code? Very good. No. Emerging bubbles. I don't know. I also added what else did I do? Did I do bubble sprites there? Yeah. Why is it loading nano? That's noob. Okay, we can build it now. Get a little feel of it. And then I'll need to take the dog out and get some breakfast. He was a good boy, not bothering me too much. Yeah, I mean, I think this feels good. This feels good. Alright. Alright. Alrighty. Should there be a button to get unbubbled? No, I think this should be both advantage and discomfort. And so it's up to player to, you know, there's still a question of what should happen when you are bubbled and you hit into another bubble. Though that I see that rarely happens, but who knows? Because they're not very often in line. Also, should bubbles that contain me be slower in moving up? These are many questions I'll figure out in the next episode. Thank you. Bye. See you later tonight.